one of our key objectives was to try and increase the range of vocational pathways available to pupils at Grove Academy. We always had a wide range of traditional academic qualifications, partly because the catchment and the size of the school increased. We also had a more diverse pupil cohort. As a result, we found that some of the aspirations of pupils weren't being met by the more traditional offering we had in school. So we worked with our local college and we started on a relatively small scale with a couple of key developments, and as a result of those have grown and we've had increasing staff engagement and buy-in to providing a wider range of options available for pupils. Effectively, we were trying to ensure that a wide range and a spread of pupils, and not just at the 5th and 6th year end, where I think there's probably been quite a lot of work taking place, but also down into 4th year, and also looking at trying to ensure we provided a transition for pupils from the BGE and extending those pathways down into the BGE as well.
I chose to do the fitness instructor, lifeguarding and leadership course over advanced hard biology, as they were in the same column chosen from, because I felt like practical hands-on skills would be more beneficial for me and more appealing for what I wanted to do in the future, which was medicine. And I don't regret my decision at all.
One of the other drivers for some of our developments was the feedback we were receiving from pupils. We created our elective programme based on feedback from our 5th and 6th years, and that resulted in a revamp and moving away from our old PE, RE, SE rota. We moved the time slot we moved it to an afternoon. It enabled a block of time being allocated for a wider range of options. Because it was in the afternoon, it enabled travel time. So as a result of that, we have a range of options that are available out with the school that weren't available before. We've taken a wider view about wellbeing based on the feedback that pupils had, and I think we've provided a range of electives, 25 in total, that have helped meet the needs and the aspirations that pupils have identified.
I feel that with the project there's a lot of kind of different aspects to it. So obviously paying respects back to the people from our school that have fought and died, and I feel that it was very enjoyable to have that sense of school pride and community, and especially because we're the only school in Scotland that runs the kind of like volunteering for the Commonwealth War Graves in school time, and there's only another school that volunteers for Commonwealth War Graves, but they do it out of school time. And I feel that just having a lot of pride only for the school, but for people who fought and died for our country, and I think it's so interesting to find about their stories of their lives and kind of where they fought and kind of what they came back to when they returned.
Some of the labour market information we have shared has not been focused just on the local labour market. Some of them are wider trends within the global labour market, in the sense that the needs of employers are changing significantly, the greater focus on soft skills, the greater focus on transferable skills, and these have been some of the drivers of some of the projects we've been involved in. With a couple of quick wins that we were able to introduce very quickly, and I think staff saw the benefit, the engagement from pupils, and I think when staff started to see how pupils were engaged in some of these alternative approaches, so for example, rebranding IDL as employability and moving into a more project-based approach, and the impact of the staff who were delivering these programmes, and as staff communicated through formal and informal means in the staff room, we started to get more staff coming on board and coming up with their own ideas that we've been able to take forward. And some of the more recent developments we've been able to put in place have been the result of staff coming up with ideas and coming to us with some options that they would like to put in place, and then we've been able to facilitate that.
The importance of the senior phase provision is essential now. I think in previous years education could have been seen as a conveyor belt, whereas nowadays there are so many options and so many choices that can allow people to get young learners to get to the right destination where they need to get to, with multiple options to do that now, and it's not just seen as one long linear journey.